Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 19th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more great readers and astrologers. But let's see what's going on for you. Your week is already a little bit better than everybody else's, so I like to see that. But let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a weird week. I think that this week is very much an in-between week. I think it's kind of like a little bit of a boring week, if I'm being honest. I think that probably last week might have been a little bit boring-ish for a lot of you. And I do think this week will be better for you. But again, it still feels like, I don't know, I just keep feeling like this in-between thing. It's like we're almost, getting going with something, but it's taking time. You start off with the Eight of Diamonds. Very good money card. Definitely could represent more money coming in, some form of money coming into you. Could represent large checks like an inheritance or a payout of some sort. And it can also represent a new source of income for a lot of you that could be very profitable as well. It also says don't judge don't judge an income source before it happens. Like, you might have an opportunity to do something really great or work somewhere where you really want to work for like a little bit of less pay, but and you might just be like, I really want to work here, but I also don't want less money. But it might actually really pay off even more in the future. So right now it might be less, but the opportunity in the future is much greater. So this card always says, give it a shot, because it might be way worth it. Also, great card for those of you who are retired. Even if you're not retired, just an amazing card for investments, finding new investments, looking for great investments and things like that. Next, you have the Queen of Spades. I feel like a lot of you just need to get started on something, especially for those of you that are entrepreneurial. I think a lot of you entrepreneurial Capricorns could be working towards something, but it's like you just need to get started. You just need to do it. I always say the Queen of Spades, the card of jumping into the darkness. I think the tendency with the Queen of Spades when we get it as a card is that we don't, we think we need more information. Like we think, before we start something, anything, we think that we need to learn more about it. We're like, well, I can't do it yet because I'm not like an expert. But really, the Queen of Spades says, just do it, just get started and learn as you go, and that will be fine. Next, you have the King of Hearts. Great card for returns and seeing a lot of returns on things. So you could definitely be one of those signs this retrograde who sees a lot of things returning to you, and I would say some of these things will be very positive returns, and that's pretty much that. Also a great card for love opening up as well. Probably, King of Hearts to me doesn't represent getting love. It doesn't necessarily represent you're going to have a relationship this week, but it does represent, those possibilities opening up for you. Next, you have the Six of Clubs. Six of Clubs is a great card of success. It's literally the card of success and abundance in the deck. Also a card of progress and making progress towards goals. What else do we have here? Yeah, I think this card, you also have the Queen of Clubs as well, which is a very good card of progress and making progress towards things that you want. But in a lot of ways, it says that you're going in the right direction. It is a card of learning and, needing to learn as you go. So definitely learn as you go. Get started. Next, you have the Eight of Clubs. A lot of people getting this card this week. It's a retrograde. Makes a lot of sense. This can be a card of confusion and not really being sure what path to choose or, something like that. So it's definitely a card that says, if you're choosing between two things, two people, two different job opportunities, two different businesses, it really does just say, you know what, just trust your gut and pick one and stick with it and don't jump to another path or anything like that. Eight of Clubs says that, we're kind of like, jumping around too much. We're going from idea to idea too much. We need to focus in and just stick to one path. So make sure that you do that. And finally, you have the Queen of Clubs. Great card for looking in the future. Great card for being very intuitive. So trust your intuition this week. And a great card for honesty. I always say, with this card, if you want people to be honest with you this week, like if you're looking for true honesty at work, like, how can I improve, or, how can I get a raise and things like that, this is a card to ask under, because people will be brutally honest with you with this card. But looks like a good week for you. Again, you have a couple really good money cards here. Like I said, everybody else was kind of just plain and bland. So I think you'll have a much more exciting week, which is nice. But thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.